improved No Bull XMT.
Now this powerful formula has been improved to help you increase time under tension. Clinical studies have shown gains of up to 8 pounds of muscle in only 12 weeks.
No Bull XMT, the muscle building pre-workout.
If he had never lifted weights, he would still be called a hero. If he had never stepped back onto a stage, he'd still be known as the king. If he had never won that 8th Olympia title, he would still go down in bodybuilding history. And if he had never started his own supplement company, he'd be a living legend. But he wouldn't be Ronnie Coleman.
Welcome back to another edition of the Muscle Med Daily Dose of Muscle, brought to you by Ronnie Coleman Signature Series. I'm your host, Pete Kacharian, here with today's bodybuilding news. It's Thursday, May 29, 2014, and on today's edition, John De La Rosa ready to hit Toronto, Lou Ferrigno's death a hoax, Phil Heath resigns with AMI, and as always, the answer to yesterday's trivia question, right here on the Daily Dose of Muscle. With the Toronto Pro coming up, IFBB Pro Jonathan De La Rosa is once again peeled and peaked out for this show. With his competitive season being successful this far, he's been consistently just behind grabbing a victory. With his very close second place in Dallas behind the extremely impressive Justin Compton, De La Rosa placed right behind Juan Morel in Brazil and then again in New York, in a contest many feel could have gone either way between the two. De La Rosa will square off with Morel once again in Toronto this weekend, in a show that the two should have locked down for comparisons in first and second place. Judging from his current progress photos, De La Rosa is clearly still pushing for the win. Last night, news was released about bodybuilding legend Lou Ferrigno's tragic death. The article stated Lou Ferrigno was killed in a multi-vehicle crash and pronounced dead at the scene by paramedics. An official statement was later released from the Ferrigno family stating, "The rumor mill is running rampant that he was in a fatal car accident, which is totally false. On his behalf, we'd like to thank all the concerned fans and friends. However, he is not done just yet and has big plans for his 2014 Ferrigno Legacy Contest coming Thanksgiving weekend in Santa Barbara, California. Stay tuned."
Hi everyone, it's Lou Ferrigno. I'm on my way to the bank. It's a great Wednesday, beautiful and sunny. I'm not dead, I'm still alive. And don't believe everything you hear or what you read. Just to say I love you so much. Thank you for your concern. Thank you all. And I'm going to live a long time, kid.
Mr. Olympia Phil Heath officially re-signed with Reader AMI Publications, extending his original agreement that was signed back in 2005 for additional years. Originally getting on board with Reader way before ever winning an Olympia title, Heath has grown with the sport from being #1 in the world and will continue to work alongside the top in the industry with AMI Reader. It's time now for the Daily Trivia segment, brought to you by Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, the East Coast Mecca. Now for the answer to yesterday's trivia question. The question was, name the bodybuilder shown here and name the contest. And the answer, Larry Scott, 1965 Mr. Olympia. Now for today's trivia question. Scott had won the Olympia again in 1966, but he wasn't only a two-time Olympia champ. Scott holds what record as an Olympia champion? Make sure to check back tomorrow for the answer. And that does it for another edition of the Muscle Meds Daily Dose of Muscle, brought to you by Ronnie Coleman Signature Series. I'm your host, Pete Kacharian. See you tomorrow. For all your bodybuilding news, updates, and entertainment, make sure to follow Natural Vitamins.